Hey guys, Phoenix Spring Tower here. So in this pick a card reading, we'll be looking at what what is going to be their karma for hurting you or for harming you, right? That is the purpose of this pick a card reading. Now, before you jump to the cards, I wanted to clarify what it is that we mean when we say karma. So karma here, we're using it very loosely and we're applying the westernized concept to the term karma, which would be the energy, which would be the context of cause and effect. So the energy behind one's intentions that results in one's deeds or actions being determined as to whether it's good or bad. So as we know, every action has a reaction or has a consequence. This reaction or consequence is our karma. So whether the consequence of or the karma is bad, whether the consequence of the karma is good, or whether it's in the middle ground, is dependent on the energy or the intention of the person perpetrating that action. Okay, so it could be a person, it could be a group of people, it could be a community, it could be a tribe perpetuating that action. Take it as it resonates. Now, I will be doing a lot of future videos coming up which would dive a bit deeper into what karma is, how we perpetuate karma, how we could lift negative karma, how we can change our karma, right? But if any of you guys are interested in that and wanting to get a private reading on your own karma, you could email me or visit phoenixspringtower.com. Okay, so let us get into our piles. So we have 3 piles for this reading, and feel free to choose more than one pile if you're drawn to more than one. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile number 3. So timestamps would be placed down below for your reading. And I think I've said all that I want to say. I don't want to go on too much. So without further ado, I'm going to go into pile number 1. Hey, pile number 1. So this is your reading. Now, when I was shuffling and meditating before going into your reading, I was advised to pull a crystal, a clear quartz crystal. And so I pulled the crystal and I was channeling into the energy of the crystal, right? And immediately I felt a connection to my third eye chakra. And it appeared as if there was a force field of protection that came up around me, and it illuminated like in a white shimmer. And it appeared to me that whoever was in that protective bubble, there are lots of what appear to be angels and spirit guides surrounding this person in this white bubble. And it was as if this person was recharging, as if there was a download of life lessons being programmed into this person. It was as if this person was going through a period of ascension, right? So it could be that some of you also, is what I picked up, have had to withdraw from your life. It's as if this experience that we're going, oh my gosh, I'm feeling lightheaded and dizzy. It's as if this experience that you guys have gone through would have caused some of you to withdraw from life, what you guys are used to doing, the people you're used to hanging around. You may withdraw also, I'm being told, in another sense of not addressing certain topics in conversation with people, because you find it triggering or it takes you to a place of pain. So I'm picking up with this group that there is a sense of isolate, or the people who come through, there's a sense of isolation. You know, some of you would have feel that you needed to isolate to protect your sanity, to protect yourself. You know, so that's a lot of what I'm picking up for some of you who would tune into this reading. That's what I'm picking up for you. So in the 3D environment, there's a lot of isolation. There's a lot of feeling that you need to present a surface image to the world, but inside there's that inner turmoil going on. But know, however, that in the 6th dimension and 7th dimension environment, I'm being told that there's an ascension that's happening with your spirit. There's healing that's happening with your spirit. And very lastly, what the message I channeled for this group is that whether you like it or not, you guys are a very spiritually powerful group. And I was also told at the very end of this that there is potentially another deck that you guys may want to choose. Okay, so having gone into that channel messages for you guys, let us go into your reading. So what I'm picking up very strongly in terms of the karma, now this is particularly related to a person, or it could be related to a group of people. And what's come through really strongly in terms of the person read is relationships. So it could be a relationship with a group of people, like a group of friends, etc., or a group of people at work, etc., or a relationship with one person, like a romantic relationship. So what I got for you guys, it's almost as if, and many times as well I would say with relationships, that this energy could go both ways. So I could be describing you guys in terms of how you felt about the group, of how the other group felt about you. So what I was picking up really strongly with lust, I'm picking up a very much a sense of you guys being used. You know, I was picking up very strongly a sense of, do you see with this fire, almost like a drain, something pulling. I was picking up really strongly that you guys being used for a skill or a potential. I'm being told the word empathy, and you guys were drawn from your empathy. People were drawing your empathy out of you, or this person was drawing your empathy out of you, drawing your good energy out of you is what I'm seeing. And even though, and I don't think you guys immediately recognized that the drawing out of the empathy was happening, there were red flags that you guys may have chosen to ignore. However, in terms of honesty, there came a point where you guys needed to be honest with yourselves, needed to be honest and needed to recognize sorry, just what your worth is and who you guys are. However, the tricky situation came when you chose to verbalize and speak about it. Speak about what you're worth. Chose to demand and say what you guys are worth. This is where the chaos and the issues tended to come up, in that people were trying to suppress that from you. You know, they wanted to continue doing that drain from you, pulling that your divine source energy, pulling that goodness from you without counter or giving you back your dues and giving you back what you deserve, right? So this could, let's shuffle then, and oops, why is this card turned over? Okay, let's shuffle to get more clarification on this situation that you guys would have found yourselves in terms of this drain. Oh God, do you see, I literally, as I'm starting this, I had no cough or no tickle in my throat, and I've literally got a tickle in my throat. Now I'm noticing underneath the deck that you guys have obedience, and there is an obedience, like you guys were really committed to these people, really committed to being there for them, really committed to wanting their happiness and wishing for their happiness. There is nothing that you guys wouldn't do for these people, but I'm picking up a lot of gaslighting. Anytime you guys not flip the tables, but ask for something in return, just the smallest thing in return, or when you guys expected that for everything that you all are giving, that you would get some compassion in return, get some understanding, get some people going out of their way to accommodate you the way you accommodated them, it always led to chaos. You guys were always denied it, right? So no matter how committed you guys were to them, no matter how above and beyond you guys went, oh my God, do you see this tickle in my throat? No matter how above and beyond you guys went for them, it was just not being reciprocated. And as a matter of fact, if you guys, because this is appeared above the chaos card, if you guys ever asked, you know, for some sort of reciprocation, for some sort of acknowledgement, for some sort of love, for some sort of recognition, you guys were gaslit to the hilt, or there was always an excuse, or it was always that you are being unreasonable. You're always made to feel lesser than, right? You're always made to feel lesser than for asking for what you wanted. But it was all right for you to sacrifice yourself to make them happy, but it just was not being reciprocated. Now notice this card. I'm being drawn to this card. Notice, I don't know if you guys could see it or not, but look carefully at this card. Notice the scales she's holding are out of balance. One scale is lower than the other. And that's the thing. And notice she has this sword here. And notice we have the Ace of Swords that came through with you guys. That is the thing. It reached a point where the scales were just out of balance. You guys were giving a lot and you weren't receiving. Under the deck, we have the Four of Swords. So it came a point where this is the separation that I was talking about, that I channeled earlier. Where's my clear quartz? This is the separation and the isolation that I channeled earlier with this clear quartz crystal. You guys had to separate yourself from the situation, because when you started wanting to speak your truth, they didn't like it. But as I pick up this card, what I'm channeling as well, for you guys, and we're going to go into the karma that they're receiving in a minute, is that situations began to emerge that you couldn't deny, anymore, that you couldn't ignore anymore. And those situations, messages that you heard, take it as it resonates, that you just couldn't deny anymore, led to you moving on from this situation. This is the truth. This is you guys speaking your truth with the Queen of Wands, being the truth sayer, and you guys just needed to separate. This is the isolation, taking that time out, taking the time out to separate, taking your time out to heal and wonder what this situation is all about. So that is what I'm picking up in terms of what the energy dynamic was between you guys. Imagine speaking your honesty is causing all sorts of wahala. Okay, but what's happening for them in that case? What is their karma after putting you through all of this, after putting you guys through the abuse, through the gaslighting, just taking and draining from you guys spiritually and not giving back? I'm also being told that a lot of them planted stories with other people as well, and may have tried, for some of you, isolated. What's the bottom of this deck? Yeah, there we go, Three of Wands. May have isolated other people from you, and other people you feel are getting on with their lives, whereas you are, you're just feeling that you're here on your own. So what is the karma for them causing this situation for you guys? So what I have here, great, thank you. I have today for tomorrow. Now, what is really interesting about them is they know on some level, on a very deep buried subconscious level, they know what they did was wrong, but they don't want to face it, right? Because facing what they did being wrong is too painful for them, so they put it off. They put it off for tomorrow. What is important for them is winning an argument. What is important for them is appearing on top. What is important for them is impressions. So this is what that today for tomorrow is saying. Today is what matters. I would put it off, till tomorrow, and I'll deal with it then. What is really important is how people view me. What's really important is the impressions. I just want people on my side. I want to put you down. I want to come out of this smelling like roses at your expense, right? So that's the thing. They're putting it off today for tomorrow. Notice the gilded regret, right? So you wear the crown. Now, not only is it in the 3D environment, sitting in your ego and suppressing other people because you want others to have a good impression of you. When I say you, I'm talking about them, right? They want other people to have a good impression of them. Now, the thing is, it's damaging to them. What they don't realize is that them sitting in their ego, saying lies about you, not acknowledging the wrong that they did in this situation, this is preventing them from connecting with their spiritual selves as well, with their higher selves, with their crown chakra, right? So this gilded regret, notice these prickly thorns, notice this fencing. So that download of messages that they need to get to their crown chakra, their third eye chakra, because I was talking about a connection to third eye chakra. That connection and that download that they need to get is being blocked. They are choosing out of their ego to block those downloads The reason why they don't want it is because they're going to start feeling something. They're going to start feeling sorry. They're going to start feeling shame. They're going to start feeling regret for what they put you through, and they are holding that off. They are holding it off. They want to be right. They want to be strong and right in this situation. They want to give other people the impression that they weren't at fault at this. It was all your fault. It is all you're doing. You are the one to blame. Yep, and this, look, Hangman, this is what I'm getting. So in terms of their spiritual evolution and development, it may look as though they are ticking along and everything is fine for now. However, it's at the expense of their evolution. Evolution is not the right word. They are going to feel it later on down the line. So in terms of the today for tomorrow, they are going to feel the regret, or they were going to feel the consequences of not really acknowledging their role in this situation, owning up to it, apologizing for it. They're going to feel the consequences later on. In the colorless angel, what I'm seeing here is someone, because with a 1 and a 0, someone's being completely drained of all energy, of all divine energy, I should say. Let me just, for divine angel, and is this me, let me, that's exactly what I'm saying, guys. Look, this is the defensiveness. Notice the bandage around the head. Notice we had the gilded regret. Their third eye chakra, their crown chakra, they're so defensive. All they want to do is just win arguments. They are constantly winning battle as opposed to looking at the war, right? That is all they're concerned about. And that is keeping them in a spiritual stasis. What they're going to realize with this is this me. Later on, they're going to come and realize is that they would do this so much that later on down the line, they're going to lose all sense of self. They're just going to be constant battle warriors. Notice this sword again. Notice this sword is down, right? With all of you guys, and this is your sword up, cutting them out. But their sword is down. They would lose sense of what the fight is all about. They are going to begin identifying with the lower vibration of their ego, which is about revenge, which is about an animalistic nature, which is about a sense of apathy, a sense of inner depression. I'm being told the word alcoholism, like a functional alcoholic. You know, it's almost along that energy. I'm not saying they're functional alcoholics, but if that resonates, it resonates, take it. It's just what came through. But it's going down that slippery slope where that divine energy is going to be drained from them. It's going to reach a point where they don't even recognize themselves with the Is This Me card. And people around them are going to start distancing themselves from them, because they're going to be like, yep, that's what I'm saying. 8 of Cups. People are going to start distancing themselves from this person, because they're going to be like, this person is a bit weird. This person is not who they claim to be, because that darkness, that dark shadow side that they don't want to deal with is going to start consuming them. Yeah, that is the thing, because all they want is control. That dark side is going to start consuming them, and it's going to leak out into their aura, and people are going to sense it. People are going to pick up on it. Right? Now, there was something as I was explaining this that I was meant to tell you guys. Okay, very last point before I end this reading here. The thing is, you guys were meant to, with the bottom of my deck with this 3 of Pentacles, you guys came into their life for a reason. The reason you guys were meant to come into their lives is that you were meant to trigger their sense of being this situation. Sorry, let me start again. You coming into their lives, you were meant to help elevate them, to help them come to terms with their negative aspect of their shadow side, that abusive, gaslighting, emotionally abusive tendency, right? and not to hide, and you're meant to challenge in them that preoccupation with how other people view them and with appearances and keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak. That was your purpose in their life. However, they chose not to take on the message. In fact, they just chose to turn the tables back on you and claim that you're at fault, you're unreasonable, spread lies about you, gaslight you, always tell half truths about you. But you guys are healing with the star card. You guys are healing from that. So yes, and you guys are going to come out with this Six of Wands. As I said, you guys are healing from that. The healing is going to be good for you guys. You guys are going to get your vindication, right? So this is the message that I'm hearing. Your vindication is coming. You know, not to worry about that. People are going to see this person or group of people for who they are. And your vindication is coming. And the interesting thing is when this vindication comes, you guys would have done your work. You know, you guys would have done the work. You would have healed from this situation, gained the wisdom from this situation. So when it's time for you guys to do your victory lap, yep, so that is what I'm saying. The healing, you guys with this deep knowing, you guys would have done the healing from this situation. You would have gained wisdom from understanding why things have happened. So with this time for a nap, you've sort of pulled yourself back from this person, pulled yourself back from other people with this Ace of Swords. But know that you guys are going to be vindicated because people are going to see this person for who they are. Okay guys, so that is it. That is all I have for you all. Leave a message or comment down below if this resonated with you. Hit the like, subscribe button and notifications. It helps a lot. And I will see you guys either in the next pile or I will see you guys in future readings. All right, bye for now. Okay, so pile number 2. This is your reading. What is their karma for hurting you? So before going into this reading, spirit guides wanted me to pull crystals, right? I'm not really a crystal person, but they asked me to do that for this reading. So for your pile, the reading they drew me to draw is a crystal called the carnelian, right? So the messages that I channeled for this carnelian crystal, for the people viewing this reading, for this group, was a sense of stagnancy. And it was a sense of stagnancy leading to internal digestion issues, for instance, stuck energy being blocked, and something not being able to be penetrated is what came through really strongly. So this could be related to yourself, it could be related to other people. There is a need for more fluidity in your energy that came through, and this fluidity could be gained by physical activity, exercising, particularly outdoors. That they're saying would be a good place to start. Also Reiki, I'm being shown like a disalignment. I'm being shown like railway tracks and or like a break in a bone or something like that, and the bones being like that instead of being in alignment like this. They're sort of out of sequence. Something is out of sequence, something's out of sync. So Reiki also came up in terms of realigning and rebalancing that energy. Now they brought me back up to blockage again, and they were saying that this blockage could potentially lead to the manifesting of further health issues. So for some of you, if you may be in the process of this happening. For others, you're on the road to this. Check with a medical professional, please, by all means, for further advice. Not through me, I'm not a medical professional. Now, what I'm being told is that with these health issues manifesting, this is bottled up pain, like psychosomatic illnesses, like from stress, IBS, constipation, bloating, inflammation, headaches. So that is what came through for me prior to going into this reading. Okay. So what was the situation with this reading as well? What I also tapped into is, unlike other readings, this is specifically related to family. I got family really strongly and the family dynamic. For some of you, it may resonate with friends as well, but I'm really getting, or friends who are like family to you, but family really came through really strongly. Now, the overall overarching theme, because this year, number of you in this reading, so it's going to vary, but the overarching theme was the sense of belonging. And that conflict between a sense of belonging and finding your own individuality and being recognized and being respected for your individuality. Right? So belonging came through really strongly, as I was saying, and this is belonging to a group, belonging to a tribe, particularly belonging to a family members that you felt really loyal to, right? And being told the word lineage as well, and that you guys in this particular group or this particular family, you do things a particular way. You have certain belief systems. You're meant to look a particular way, act a particular way, dress a particular way. When it comes to careers, there's expectations. For instance, at this age, you're meant to be at university. At that age, you're meant to be buying your house. At this age, you're meant to be married. So a lot of these, what they call societal pressures, is really coming through in this group. So it could be a friendship group or it could be a family that are placing these pressures on you guys. And for a very long time, you guys went along with it, in terms of being, could you guys see that, in terms of being obedient, in terms of being loyal as well. You recognize, may not have fully understood all the reasons for the restricted rules and regulations, but what you did notice was when someone didn't abide by the strict rules or abide by the regulations or didn't meet the expectations, you did notice what happened to them. And the consequences of not following that, which you didn't want for yourself. So you were particularly loyal to this way of being. However, what this resulted in was a rigidity in your spirit. We got the playful card upside down. It sort of resulted in a rigidity in your spirit, and this could have been where being drawn to these symbols on this card here. So for you, for this sense of belonging, the symbol up here is upright in terms of their purpose, its lineage, in terms of us doing things in a particular way. But for you, all these rules and regulations and societal rules, rather, that they abide by, it's not in accordance to your spirit at all. In fact, it's very restrictive for you. That's why we get playful upside down. There's a sense of rigidity with you. There's a sense that following these rules and uplift and maintaining the status quo is quite draining for you guys. Your divine purpose in terms of being here is to explore your individuality. Right? So there's a lot of fighting back against this. But what I'm being told with this cycles card under the deck is that you guys will go through a period of really fighting back against the status quo, speaking out against the norms, why they don't suit. Oh my God, my throat again. Sorry about this. Speaking your piece, but you'd only get so far because the network of that status quo, the mesh and the rules and the structure is so rigid, you can't really see how to break out of it. It's all you've really known, right? However, you guys know that your individuality is something you're meant to explore. So you go through these cycles of coming really, really close to break out of this rigid structure, and then you kind of fall back. You come really close, and then you tend to fall back in flow of the rigid structure again. And I think it's that's leading to the stagnancy and the misalignment for you guys that I picked up on before. However, what is their karma for this? It's really interesting that one of the first cards I'm drawn to is anger and chains. In this group, and this is why I'm saying it could very well be family, but take it as it resonates. In this close connected group, there is a lot of repressed emotion, a lot of repressed, there believe it or not, there are other people to varying extents within this group who are speaking out or who also dislike the really rigid norms and rules. What I'm being drawn to is that for those in this group who have managed to hit every single target, yes, you've managed to hit every single target. Yes, it may appear as if you guys have the perfect life. I'm being told the picket fence, I'm being told the partner, I'm being told the engagement ring, everything is going according to plan, but there's a sense of being unfulfilled. There's a sense of not being really seen. There is also with this anger and chains, there's also with that repression, a fear of really being seen for who you really are, a fear of being, as this card has a lot of double meanings that I'll come into. I'm picking up so much with this card. A fear of really being naked and having people see your vulnerability. That is the karma for this group. So when I say your vulnerability, I mean them. Sorry, I'm just channeling, so they get a bit confused with this. So with them, their karma is repressed anger, repressed frustration, and there is a fear that's being repressed as well. A fear of being, showing their vulnerability, a fear of them being seen for who they really are. Now, it's interesting that in the last pile, we picked up on this as well, and it's come through here. And again, is this me? And it's interesting we picked it up in the previous pile, because whenever this is me comes through, yep. By the way, oh my gosh, sorry, I'm so sorry guys, I'm jumping all over this reading. There are just so many messages. But I was just shuffling and I got 20 judgment card. This is you guys, by the way, right? This is you guys with the this is the individuality coming through. You guys are not going to be stuck by the status quo about by their repressive rules anymore. You are seeking, oh my gosh, my camera just flashed so brightly, so I know I'm on the right track here. You guys, your spirit wants to soar. You want to express yourself to the world as to how you really are and not how other people are telling you to be. Okay, so, and that is what lesson these people, whether it's family members, whether it's friends who are like family, whether it's extended family, they are going to learn this lesson too late. They are going to be looking at you, rising up and coming into your own, coming into your individuality. And I'm being told, even though collectively they may laugh at it or make fun of you or disown you or anything along those lines, they are very much looking at you and with a sense of subconsciously buried envy is what I'm being told. And as I say this, I'm being drawn to perchance to dream card. And notice with this perchance to dream, this is in effect you guys with wearing the crown on your head. And sort of them trying to suppress your individuality, trying to suppress your energy, but what they are in effect doing by trying to suppress you, they are in a way suppressing themselves, suppressing their dreams, suppressing their individuality. So whatever they're trying to do to you, it's going to be backfired against them. Okay, so let's do some tarot cards for you guys to get some more detail into this situation. Let's go into the situation dynamic first, and let's pull some tarot card for this. So, okay, I have the Wheel of Fortune and I have the Six of Wands. That could very well, let's remember that, but let me shuffle a bit more first and really get the intention into these cards. Let's shuffle a bit more. Okay. So what's the situation in this? And that's it. That's what I'm saying. That is the control. That's the status quo. That's the doing things a particular way energy that I picked up on. Notice this devil just holding a marionette and pulling everyone's strings. That's the energy being perpetuated by this status quo. Again, with the devil, look, a hunky guy. The devil looks really attractive. All these rules and regulations and the way you need to about what you need to abide by and live your life, it looks very attractive. It's the easier path. You know, the path to hell is paved with good intentions, or something like that, I think the saying is what's coming through. But you guys are meant to go to the beat of your own drum. Notice that we got the cycles card here as I was describing before, and notice we have, so the cycles card here, notice we have similar images for this Two of Pentacles, and really interesting at the bottom of the deck here, we have choice, and what's also coming through is self-worth. So really recognize you guys have the choice in this situation, and to separate yourself from this, to follow your individuality. And if you do with the Magician card, once you channel your authentic self, you will be able to make your own reality and pull yourself out of this situation. Okay, let's see what else comes through. There we go. This had actually sat above the loyalty card, and this represents moving on. You're looking on the horizons, you're dreaming, you know what it is you want to do, or for some of you, you have the essence of what it is you want to do, but you haven't really quite formalized the plans yet, which is why you sort of get on the brink of moving, get on the brink of separating. But for some of you, there is something that tends to pull you guys back into this status quo, into this restriction, into this family unit that all wants to do things a particular way. I'm being told for some of you this could also pertain to university, and I think universities, particularly in the States, that have and omega-6, I don't know what these things are, but I'm being shown a house and people belong to a group. I don't know what it is. I'm sure I've seen teen films where you're at college and university and you belong to some group. Sorry, I'm just seeing that. It's like that sort of family unit, and you have to abide by a certain strict rules and regulations, and it's not suiting you guys whatsoever. That's just what I'm being told here. Okay, anything else regarding the current situation? This, when I pre-shuffled before, I got this Page of Swords, and I'm going to take it again, because what this is telling me is, with this Page of Swords, is that you guys are going to receive some sort of enlightenment as to what this new direction you guys need to go to, or go through, or what it is you guys need to do to break you out of this stagnancy. It's as if something is coming into your life that's going to help break this manipulative hold of the devil energy, that's going to break you guys being confined by fear. There is some surprise with this Page of Cups that's going to be coming in for you all. All right, this was really important for me to say. But let's pull and see what else, more specifics as to what's happening for karma wise for these people. We got a lot of repression, we got a lot of not daring to dream, people who go down a road and they lose themselves in it, people being afraid of being vulnerable. That is their karma. Yeah, there we go. So we have the Seven of Pentacles and we have the Moon. This is, could you imagine living a life when you don't know what your authenticity is and you don't really know who you are? You just do something because you're meant to do it, and whoever you are as a person, you drown that person, you bury that person deep to a point where it can't be reached, right? This is really, really interesting. When we don't turn up in this world as our true authentic selves, things that we put our minds to never fully blossom, or never fully blossom or grow or develop to the magnitude that they ought to. Right? So that's another thing that I'm getting with this group. Like in terms of their negative karma as well, they would always get to the point, to a certain point, but no more. I'm seeing like a cap, almost like a glass ceiling. And for this group, at various points in their life as well, they would get the opportunity. Look at this dual. Look at this dual aspect. We have the Justice. Notice the Justice card, right? The duality of that Justice card. And notice the Lovers card has come through. And my camera is just blinking like crazy. So therefore, this group is going to have the choice. They're going to constantly, in terms of their karma, they're going to be coming up on the choice of, do I go down the route of individuality or do I continue with the status quo? They're always going to be in the future, going to be faced with this. And I'm being told, interestingly enough, they're always, sorry about this noise, guys. Interestingly enough, they're always going to, but I think fair. Let's see what the outcome is going to be for them. Whether they would always want to stick with the status quo or whether they would want to choose to follow their individuality. Let's see. Haha. Yeah. They will always be tempted, but they will never quite do it. There is always going to be something that's going to pull them back with this five of swords. It is actually going to drive them crazy. I'm seeing in the future for them particularly as well, mental, it's functional anxiety is what I'm picking up here. They're going to be able to function, but it's on a level of functional anxiety. I'm being also told for some of them the word psychotic break. You know, when you just get tired of everything and you just decide, you know what, I am just going to separate from all of this. I'm not going to go through this anymore. And this is where you see 1 minute people are living their lives. Yep, yin, yang. Yep, yin has come through. You see people living their lives and then all of a sudden they just get up, they leave everything behind, walk out the door, never to be seen again, because they just go through a psychotic break with the life that they have. I'm picking that up for some, they're picking up that karma for some of them in this group. What else? The Fates. Okay. Oh my God, that shot out. There we go. Finally, upside down, happy, happy. Yep. Happy, happy, upside down is what came through for them. There is always, and happy, happy, upside down for them, clarifier for the Five of Swords, right? There is always going to be that level of inner turmoil, that level of anxiety, that level of thinking you're going crazy because you have everything in front of you but you're not quite happy, but they can't really access what it is because with the Moon card they've buried their individuality so deep. So guys, know that with you guys choosing to follow your individuality, and it may be pretty tough, especially with this Devil card, breaking out of this. We talked about health issues and the effect that it could have on your body. But know with the cycles, you guys are going to be presented with the choice, and you guys are going to be presented with the opportunity with the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups. An opportunity or some insight or some knowledge or some person is going to make themselves available to you, whereby you're going to be able to break it out of this cycle so you don't face the karma that this family group or unit is going to be going through, basically. Okay, I felt that this reading was all over the place. Do let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, switch on the notification if this resonated. Check one of the other piles if you want further messages. And I'll see you guys in future readings. Okay, bye for now. Hey group 3, so what is their karma for hurting you? That is what this is what we'll be accessing the cards to know. Now for the other groups, it's really interesting that before going into your reading, I was drawn to pull a crystal. So those of you who know my readings, I don't really read with crystals. However, I was drawn to choose a crystal for you, and the crystal that I was guided to was a crystal by the name of Soldite, I was told. If this is not the name of it, do let me know, but that's what I was drawn to. Now, the message that I channeled with this crystal was wind and air. I was getting a lot of wind and air, like wind passing over my ears, so to speak, and seeing a lot of sun when I felt the wind over my ears, and I was closing my eyes and listening to the wind. So this is talking to me about speaking your truth and knowing how to articulate your emotions to get your message across. And articulating your emotions to get your message across, it's speaking from a place, not speaking from a place of egoic fear, but really tapping into your inner truth and authenticity. So it's going below the ego. It's going to your authentic self and speaking that truth, as opposed to speaking from a place of fear and anger and other low vibrational energy, right? What I was also picking up with this crystal was singing came across. So it could be that some of you guys may be professional singers. I was also being told musical theatre as well. You may have explored this in the past, or it may be a hobby. This could not just be singing, but public speaking as well, reaching out to others. And I'm being told for this group that is important. Your voice is important. Your truth is important, whether it's for entertainment, whether it's training. You guys just speaking and giving voice to your thoughts and your inner authenticity is quite important for this group. And it's important that you guys are able to speak out of a position of not fearing retribution from others if you speak from a place of truth. And I was given the quote as well, and the quote said, it's know that it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. Also, what I channeled with this as well is that you guys would have impact on a lot of people coming into your life, though it may not seem like it. You know, I'm being told you guys, and this may be a public speaking, maybe giving advice. I take it as it resonates, but you guys, your message or your voice would be used to hit a lot of people, but you may not really always get that feedback from them, if you see what I mean. So I'm picturing, for instance, if it's music, if it's theatre or musical theatre, whatever it is, or if it's a conference, if it's public speaking, or whatever it is that you guys do, you deliver a message to a lot of people who may be tuning in. Those people go away with your message, and let's say one or two of them may touch back with you. You know, it's something like that. I'm being told. Now, truth, I'm being told that you guys are truth whisperers as well. As I was channeling from this, what is this again? Soldite, I was also seeing the clear quartz energy, and I know clear quartz came through for the first pile. And the clear quartz energy came through specifically that it's important for you guys to look into protection, as not everyone would like your brand of the truth. And the reason why everyone would not like your brand of the truth is that they would be looking to suppress your truth, so they would not need to face theirs. Okay, that's another message that I got from you guys regarding this soldite. Okay, so let's go into you guys and what karma are they going to receive for hurting you? So first of all, we're going to look at the current situation, and we're just going to tap into who these people are. Okay, so we have self-worth. Sorry. We're just going to tap into the nature of the situation between you and this person or group of people. And then we will also channel into the tarot cards. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God, my throat. Message. I love it when these cards do this. For the other piles, I didn't shuffle on camera because I just wanted to save time. But for you guys, I thought that I would. Oh my God, my throat has been prickly all through these 3 readings. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we have self-worth, message, strength, beauty, fulfillment. And we have the High Priestess water underneath. Okay, I'm going to go with the High Priestess water first. It's at the bottom of the deck, but I'm still going to go with this. This is tuning into that message that I got before, which would resonate from some of you, in that High Priestess water, and I'm being told self-worth as well. It's speaking or channeling that place that is a level below your ego, right? That is a level below, out of a knee-jerk emotional reaction. That is what I'm being told that you guys need to access. And the beauty with your energy, specifically as we have message, and I'm being shown with the Strength card, and I'm being shown again with Beauty. All three cards, I have firm messages coming through. There is a beauty when it comes to your soul. There is a beauty when it comes to who you guys are. There's a creativity, is what I'm being told, with how you express yourselves, with how you deliver a message. However, thank you. What I'm being told with this is that you guys don't always recognize that there is a self-worth issue going on with this group. Now, what is unique about this group is that, unlike the other groups, like with the other groups, it was either a relationship, it was a family dynamic that had done a person wrong. With you guys, I'm picking up that your worst enemy is yourself. Okay, that's coming through really strongly. It's being able to, with this self-worth card and the High Priestess, it's really dropping, as I said, a level below your ego, a level below knee-jerk fear, reacting out of fear, reacting out of wanting to control. It's reacting out of being obsessed with what other people think of you, is what I'm hearing. It's acknowledging with self-worth that you guys are enough. You guys always feel that you're going to disappoint someone who, because you don't acknowledge your own beauty, your strength of character, your individuality, because you don't fully recognize it. You always feel with this fulfillment card that you would not be enough. But know that you are. It's like you overstrive, you're overambitious, you overdo. But you don't overdo from a place of that resides in your authenticity and truth. You overdo from a place that is being driven by ego, that's being driven by a fear of not being accepted, that's being driven from a place of imposter syndrome. You know, if that, yeah, that's what I'm being told. Let's pull some tarot to get further on this situation. I haven't had this for any of the other piles before. Your divine purpose here is your communication. That's what it's, your voice. I'm being picked up that with this message card. It's your voice. It's just you guys being, just you guys existing. Yeah, that's your purpose. It's like wherever you guys go, you could either have a guitar, sling a guitar over your back, or you guys could just have a camera and vlog, or, you know, you guys could turn up an audition for something and get it. It's what's in your head and it's what's in your heart, and you guys, your ability to express that is what makes you guys unique. But you guys need to recognize that unique element of yourself to really take you guys up to another level. Yep, Eight of Pentacles. You guys are skilled. This is it. You guys don't need anything else. You are already there. You already, that's the best way I can find to describe it. I don't even need to pull any more tarot, but because I'm in shuffling, I just kind of tuned in and I meditated on what it's all about. Oh, yeah. Okay, no, got it. Thank you. Okay, I'm glad I shuffled in the end. I'm glad. You guys have gotten, I haven't done any readings where this has happened. You guys have gotten two Fool cards. Two Fool cards. Right? dancing on the edge of a cliff, two fools. Notice these two ladies are travelers. This is what I'm saying. They're travelers. They've packed light. They don't have, do they have anything? No. One of them has a rucksack. One of them has a little bag. That's what I'm saying. You guys don't need much. You guys turn up and you're enough as you are. But there is a fear that keeps you guys from really going to where it is you need to go. Right? There's that fear of, am I good enough? Am I good enough? Would people be happy with me? Am I going to get the reception that I want? But the thing is, even though you guys have that fear, you guys are feeling the fear and you're doing it anyway. The reason why I say that, notice the orbs. These orbs are your spirit guides. It's knowing that you guys are always going to be protected. Notice with this message card, notice the orbs as well. The same orbs. This is your life purpose of turning up, being who you are, and expressing that. Your life purpose as well is also understanding or appreciating and developing your self-worth, right? And through developing your self-worth, if you know that the only person you could rely on is me, myself, and I, you don't need to rely on a big production. Just sling a bag off around your shoulder and go off into the world, into the wilderness, into life. That, in a way, is understanding your self-worth and understanding who you are. For some of you, I'm being told that money is something that holds you back, or money is something that, or feeling that you should be having a certain amount of money or not being happy with the amount of money you have. There is something about money that also holds you guys back in this situation. It's almost as if I really do what I really want to do, if I tap into my actual potential, yes, there is an opportunity for me to do so, but I don't know whether it's enough money to sustain me. You know, it's this sort of energy that I'm picking up. I'm also channeling that this lack of self-worth could have originated, or not really seeing yourself in the way that other people see you, could have originated in your childhood, or it could have originated in a past life, is what I'm picking up with the Six of Cups. And the purpose of you guys being here in this life is to test yourself, and through testing yourself and overcoming situations, it's understanding that a common theme of it all is that you guys are enough. Okay, so what is your karma? So this is a really interesting one, because in a way it's not other people's karma for hurting you, but in a way you are the one hurting yourself by not living up to your potential, by not trusting the fact that you are protected, not trusting and listening to the spirit guides that are around you. You're very surface in that you're very heavily lodged in your ego at the moment, and you're clinging on to your ego for safety. Whereas with these two cards on the cliff, you need to jump over the cliff and you need to go for it. So really, you are the ones hurting yourselves. You are the ones holding yourself back. So let's see what, oh my God, that flew through. Oh my God, guys, you can't make this up. What did I say about childhood and past life? Okay, just saying. My cards don't lie, they always speak truth. God, I sounded so cocky there just now. I'm sorry. It's not about me, it's about you. So what is your karma for what is your karma for not believing in yourself and acknowledging your self-worth and not seeing your beauty? And what is your karma for believing the naysayers of those people who are scared of their own inner truth? Okay, what is your karma? Is this upside down? I'm not reading these reversed, so. Oh, that peaceful among thorns is crying out to me. Let me just get one more card, guys. Let me just get one more card. Is there one more? Oh, I didn't expect to see that. Okay. All right. So what I'm picking up here is, let's go this, because oh my gosh, guys, really, the child I was meant to be. This is what I'm saying. This is your potential. This is your worth. This is you guys here to do something. It's karmic. It's being the person you're meant to be, and and part and parcel of that. We have these two childhood cards. Part and parcel of that is really tapping into and overcoming that resistance to yourself, that blockage of your inner self-worth that was established either in your childhood or from a past life. It's overcoming that blockage that is coming through so strongly. I won't cry for you. And peace, let's go for peaceful among thorns. This is that settling energy. This is that settling energy where it's making peace with your environment, true. And you think you may make peace with your environment, and you may think that by you not really stepping up and flexing and showing people who you really are, you okay, let me just say this. Let me put this way. It's you playing it safe. But you playing it safe is you acting in a way that playing it safe prevents your growth. Because if you grow and you expand, you're afraid of being scraped by the thorns. You're afraid of being pricked by the thorns. But you not expanding into your self-worth, again, not expanding into your full potential, not exploring it, not truly fulfilling yourself, is going to be worse than the prick of the thorns. Let me just put it that way. What I'm also picking up with this card as well, and please, this is for some of you, is that a lot of you explore spiritualism quite a lot, but you get stuck in, it becomes very heady in that you get stuck in just spiritualism, reading lots of spiritual books, chanting all the time, always going to healing. But at somewhere along the line, that needs to transfer into action. We are in a very dense 3D environment. It's not enough just to get healing. It's not enough to read all the self-help books. It's not enough to always go to therapy. You need to change your behavior. You need to have that healing, that thought. The only way you could change your circumstance is when it becomes behavior, is when it becomes you really making that impact on the world. But if you view the world and interaction as thorns, and you play it safe, and you just get stuck in your Reiki, meditation, prayer, and you just get stuck in that, and you don't make the changes that you were put here to make, that's your stagnancy. Okay, and it's very easy to fall into that loop, because I myself fell into that loop for a while. Now, later on down the line, envious gluttony, you would begin it, because time waits for no man is another thing I'm picking up with envious gluttony. Time waits for no man. You guys, later on, if you don't fix this and really rise into your self-worth and your purpose, and know that you have the potential to do it, later on down the line, I'm talking 20, 30 years is what I'm being shown, you guys are going to reach the point where you're very bitter and you're going to be very angry with yourself for not having the courage to really step up and elevate and take these risks while you were younger, or while you had the ability to take them. You would be constantly beating up yourself about that. Because what comes with envious gluttony is turning your back on your protection, turning your back on all these spirit guides who are here to protect you, to ensure that they're giving you clear passage to do your purpose. They are trying to convince you, jump over this ledge. No matter which route you take, this ledge would always going to be there for you to jump over. We have two Fool cards and they have the same image. You need to have the courage to jump off the ledge, and you need to have enough courage in your self-worth and confidence in yourself and who you are, and enough strength of character to know that when you jump over that ledge and you take that risk, you are going to be protected. You are going to be captured, right? So whether it be, I'm afraid to jump over the ledge because of money worries or whatever it is, you are being guided as to how to mitigate those risks so you can just go for it. I won't cry for you. This is a very harsh card in the context of this reading, I have to say. It's almost as if it is, I have sympathy for you, but I'm not going to have that much sympathy for you, basically. What this is, okay, so I'm going to give you guys a lesson, like a spiritual lesson. When you have spirit guides around you, and you guys have a lot of spirit guides, a lot of protection, a lot of spirit guides, like giving you inspiration, giving you ideas, they support you a lot. If you go through a period where spirit guides are there waiting for you, waiting to catch you when you fall, waiting, how long are people going to be waiting for? Right? So picture people are there waiting for you to jump off a ledge. They're waiting for you to jump, waiting for you to jump. You don't jump. A lot of those guides who are there to advise you and help you because you're not taking action, because you're not fulfilling your purpose, they go and they find someone else who's going to be fulfilling their purpose. So when you're sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, they're saying, I'm not crying for you, Argentina. Nope, because we were there for you. We were there helping you. We were there giving you synchronicities. We were there giving you signs. But you just don't want to believe it. So we're going to go and help the other person who believes in themselves and who wants our help. Sorry. You know, that's the essence of what I'm picking up from here in terms of your karma. I've been on this for quite a while. So let's just pull some tarot really quickly and see with regards to this karma that you guys will be experiencing, what else is coming through, what further guidance, specific guidance you guys can get. Have I said it all? Is there anything else? Okay. Okay, what further messages do we have for the viewers of pile 3 regarding their karma? What further messages can we get? Yeah, Magician. You guys have, this is what I've been saying. Oh, you guys have it all within you. You guys just need to believe that you have the potential. You guys have everything you need. Swords, cups, wands, pentacles. You guys have it all. Your spirit guides are all there. You have everything that you need to make this happen. If you guys don't take that leap, you guys may be pushed. Yep, there we go. 3 of Swords. There is that disappointment. However, I would say, view it this way, right? Oh my gosh, so many messages coming through. I'm going to do this wildfire because this is going to be very long. Firstly, with the Page of Pentacles, you guys are being advised if money is going to be an issue, if money is going to be a concern, in terms of what you guys, how you guys choose to communicate your self-worth or get money out of your divine inherent gifts, really fully explore all the options that are available for you. Just really make sure that there is something that you are not missing, okay, in terms of being able to do that. So can I give an example? So for instance, it could be, I'm just giving an example. Let's say you wanted to set up a YouTube channel, right? And you get monetized, but you're not really getting as much money from the monetization as you can. So that could be, all right, well, how could we supplement the YouTube? Do I need to set up a Patreon? Do I need to set up a blog? You know, do I need to join a meetup group to further communicate who I am? That's what it's saying. It's saying, don't always look at the obstacles, but how to turn obstacles into opportunities in order to avoid this karma. That's what this card is saying. And this card is also saying that there is going to be an opportunity that's going to be coming up with this Wheel of Fortune and this Chariot, and it's under the 6 of Swords and under the Ace of Wands. It's as if there is a lot of fire in you guys. And even though I say that this bad karma and what's going to happen, it's almost as if you guys would not allow that to happen, if that makes any sense. You guys have a lot of fire in you. There's a lot of fire in your belly. There is this message that needs to get out, is that divine purpose. And even though it may take some of you quite a long time, you guys would not be able to ignore your divine purpose of communicating this message or getting this message that you guys have within you out. Okay, you guys would not let something as lack of self-worth keep you back. It's as if your spirit guides are saying they're going to work with you if you would want to work with them in terms of overcoming that lack of belief in your ability and your skill set. No more messages? Great, because this is quite long. Okay, I hope this resonated with you guys. Let me know down below. Like, subscribe, share, turn on notifications if it did. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future readings. Okay, bye for now.